Jai Hind everyone, welcome back to the Patriotic as Gorakhpur. We will start our daily current affairs. This will be the medium for this session will be English. And for those who want to watch this video in bilingual or the Hindi, they can watch it at the 4 o'clock at afternoon. Okay. So we will start the important area to discuss one by one from the Hindu. First topic that we are going to discuss is the one of the scheme that has been declared by the Telangana CM, and the name of this scheme is the Indira Saur Girijal Vikasam. So this is the scheme. Under that, they are aiming to empower first tribal people and second those women from the tribal community. So you can use this point for both purpose. Whenever you are writing answer for the how the women's or the tribal can empowerment, one of the scheme that is focusing on this is the Indira Saur Girijal Vikasam. So here what they are going to provide, they are going to provide the solar pump set to the tribal people and those who are eligible under the Forest Right Act as well. Here you will see that the under Right Act, government has sanctioned pattas. Okay, so this is going to benefit about the this much of the tribal. Some of these Forest Right Act has been violated during the previous state government of the Telangana as per the CM is claiming. So this was previous government and that was the Rao government and BRI, Bharat Rashtriya Samiti. Okay, so here it will say that there has been the allegation that previous government directly said that the pilot project was being launched to the Macharam for the benefit of the tribal whose land was allegedly snatched away during the BRS, Bharat Rashtra Samiti regime. So here you should be clear. A unique scheme aimed at the empowering the tribal farmers as well as it will be provided through the self-help group and this will be made for the women. So here you will see that the involves women self-help group to setting the solar power. So please remember all these points. So this could be asked into the UPSC as well, the name of this, and whenever it is being asked into the your mains, whenever the questions that is coming with respect to the how we can empower the tribal or the women's, the self-help group is very important. Other is that you will have to promote the entrepreneurship among the women. So this will also help and the government is going to help to awarding works of the generate 1000 megawatt of the solar power to women as a self-help group SHGs and also making them owner of the buses. So these are the things that the government is going to promote. So please remember. Next news we are going to take is the Pakistan attack targeting Golden Temple where the temple was thwarted. So this is very crucial news that the during the Operation Sindoor we have some information that the Pakistan was about to target and even they have launched many of the drones and the missiles at the our Golden Temple. So Golden Temple is very much core to the Sikhism. It was started, the building was started under the fourth Guru of the Sikhism and it was completed by the fourth Guru Amar Das and later you will see that the Amar Das was hanged and he was persecuted by the Jahangir. So this is very core to the Sikhism. So here you will see that all the missiles that was about to target the Golden Temple was neutralized by our army and main thing that we use our indigenous systems such as the Akash missile defense system, L-70 air defense system and the defense guns and also had intercepted by the Pakistan. This all has been intercepted all the drones and missile of the Pakistan. So you should know. You have to know about the Golden Temple. This was started around 1570s and it was started by the fourth of the Sikh Guru and it was completed by the fifth of the Sikh Guru and he brought the main book that is very scripture that is core to the Sikhism, Guru Granth Sahiba, and here you will see that this is also known as the Harminder Sahib. The Golden Temple is also known as the Harminder Sahib, and the name Golden Temple came during the kingdom of the Ranjit Singh, reign of the Ranjit Singh. He brought the leaf of this temple by the use of the golden seeding, and that's why it is known as the Golden Temple. So it was mainly the structure, and there has been many a times there has been attack on this Golden Temple during the Mughals and even after the Mughals. So these are the things you should know. Beside that, you should also know that the Operation Blue Star was operated in this Golden Temple, and it was being captured by the extremist Sikh insurgent Bhindrewala. So whenever you will read the post-independence in history, you will see that it is associated with the killing of our Prime Minister Miss Indira Gandhi, as well as it was associated with the Operation Blue Star. So all these things you should remember. Next news that we are going to take is the Allahabad High Court upholds order to survey Sambhal mosques. So these Sambhal mosques has been disputed with respect to the ownership, and now there has been the dispute that who is the main owner. Previously we have seen that you should know important thing about this place comes under the Place of Worship Act, and whenever any place comes under the Place of Worship Act, that get the protection from the government to change its nature. However, the main contestant point is that ownership. Those who are in favor of the Sambhal mosques, they are giving that already this matter has been settled in 1877. However, this was brought under the monuments, protected monuments in 1920s, non-cooperation movement, at the time of the non-cooperation movement. And you will see that the act was form established in 1904. So please remember 1904, it is around the Swadeshi movement. So please connect other topics with the dates. Okay. So now this has been contested under the Place of Worship Act, that the nature cannot be changed. However, the main issue that is being raised is what is the ownership, who is the owner, and who was it was considered that it was a temple, and this was the temple of the Harihar temple and dedicated to the Kalki. However, it was destructed under the Mughal Emperor Babur in 1526. So 1526, the first battle of the Panipat. So it established the Mughals rule. So please remember all these things. One case has been here discussed, Dalit Indian Chambers of the Commerce and Industry. So this body was created to fund and also provide the support system to the Dalit entrepreneur, mainly those who are involved into the MSMEs, medium, small, micro, small and medium enterprises. However, we have seen that recently this body, Dalit Indian Chamber of the Commerce and Industry, you should remember that whenever you are going to study about the caste system and whatever the provision or the support system we are providing to upliftment of the Dalits, one of this is the creation and establishment of the Dalit Indian Chamber of the Commerce and Industry, and it was established into 2005. Okay, so it is a NGO and established by the Milind Kamble. However, now it is getting a lot of support. But it came into the controversy in 2023 when the Tamil Nadu government provided 10,000 of the 100 crore of the fund, and now it is allegation against this body that they have been misappropriated this fund of 100 crore. So this controversy started in 2024 when there was the 100 crore of the support that was provided by the Tamil Nadu government, 100 crores of the support that was provided by the Tamil Nadu government. However, there has been allegation that this fund has been misappropriated. Okay, so here you will see that the irregular beneficiary selection and misappropriation, and that's why now there has been a lot of uh, pleading against this. Okay. Next news that we are going to take is from the GS paper 2. The first topic that we are going to take is the Pak did not resort to the nuclear signaling. So here you will see that the what has been there. So India has denied that we have not informed or involved the president of US, Donald Trump, for the mediation. He was jumping by himself. So this is the claim. And here the main initiation was from the Pakistan side when we started Operation Sindoor, and it was the bilateral as per our government, and that has been represented by our secretary Vikram Mishri. So here you will see that we Pakistan is also helping the terrorists in the training, finance, and the technical support. That is our stand that we have maintained. Here you will see that already we have seen that the one of our parliamentary committee has been framed, and it was under the lead chairmanship of the Sasi Tharoor. So this is the exceptional case where the opposition leader has been involved. Okay, here you will see that the many question that has been asked in this cabinet the committee meeting. The one question that is coming from the TMC leader Abhishek Banerjee, that do the government had any uh, intelligence information about the Pahalgam attackers? However, government doesn't replied on this. Beside that, yes, there was also queries from the other leaders, such as the Pakistani naval. Okay, this is the allegation to the Pakistan. We have also some of the allegation. You can see in the this. Some of the other political leaders, they have asked that whether we have involved the US by ourselves or this has been from the them. Here you will see that the Dipen Hunda has asked that the India lost any jet. Again, the government said that this is not under the domain of Ministry of External Affairs. So some of the questions where we have not got. Some members suggested passing a resolution of solidarity with the foreign secretary, because we have seen that there has been so much trolling against the Vikram Mishri. So he said that there is no need for that. Okay. The government has confirmed that yes, India do not have any deviation from the India's policy of the no third party mediation. This we are maintaining from the Simla agreement. So please remember these points. Next important news is with respect to the one of the comment that is coming from the one of the minister from the MP, state of MP, and the government of the MP. Here you will see that we have formed a bench. This is associated with the comment against the two ladies who came for the press briefing during the Operation Sindhu. So mainly it was a comment against Sophia. Okay, so here it is given. This was the derogatory remark against Colonel Sophia Qureshi. So here you will see that this was very much derogatory, where they have mentioned that this lady was belonging from that community of the Pakistan, and that's why we have sent to do attack on something like that. This is very heinous and very much a low grade of the politics that is being. So Supreme Court has taken this by their suo motu claim, and after that they have instituted a SITs so that they can investigate, and they have also asked the government why and the police that why they have not registered FIR when the case it was being approached. Beside that, the SIT will have the two members of the superintendent of police, and one will be the inspector general, and one must be the women. So this is to ensure that there is the at least sincerity with respect to the issue of the women can be raised in this meetings. Okay. Next news, Trump calls Putin, says Russia Ukraine will immediately begin ceasefire. So again, we see that the Trump want to be a mediator across the world, and I hope he is aiming for the next Nobel Prize for the peace. Okay, so I hope here he has brought that the term said that the condition for that will be negotiated between the two parties, and it can only be because they know details of the negotiation that nobody else would be aware of. So this is the secret thing. No countries want whatever the deals that is going on, that should be the negotiated within them, and it should not be part of the open public platform. Here you will see that the Trump was very informative and very frank. So this is coming from the his when it was asked from the President Putin that what was the converse conversation. So he said that the Trump was very informative and very frank. So these are the things, find compromise that would be suit to all parties. So we see that there could be the sum of the breakthrough in this war that is going from the 2022. Next news, Supreme Court agreed to hear academic plea against the arrest urgently, and here you will see that this is coming from the Ashoka University. One of the associate professors has been arrested in the context of the some of the comment he made during the Operation Sindhu. So there has been the registration of FIR, and this was coming from the State Women Commission chairperson Renuka Bhatia and many of the local leaders of the BJP. So there should be the difference between the if you are criticizing a government and if you are criticizing a country. That is the main thing that is being here it was about to hear. And the main accusation against him was that he was endangering the country's sovereignty and integrity and promoting enmity between different groups. However, the lawyer that is representing the professors said that he has said nothing wrong, just he was being suppressed and his voice is being suppressed, and this is one of the example of the suppression of the fundamental rights of the freedom of speech and expression. And here, this is the claim that such time of the comment has been coming from the many of the politicians, leaders, and the previous army personnel. So why he is being targeted? That is the main question being arised. Okay. Next news, very important news. Polls for the seat in the vital MCD panels and the ward committees on June 2nd. The most important point from this you have to know is that the anti-defection law that is implemented, that is applied for the MLAs and MPs, this is not applied for the municipal bodies. So there could be the defection from the one party to the other party. They can leave the one party after getting election. So this is not at the local body. So please remember that here. Okay. Here more information is given. A ward or the zonal committee comprise several of the ward. Every year a councillor representing these wards elect the chairperson. So it is every year, not for the 5 years. So whenever you will study the local bodies, you have to remember all these facts. So most important fact is that any defection law, already we know that this came under the 52nd Constitutional Amendment Act in 1985, and it is to prevent the defection of the member of one party to the other party when the powers changes, and this has been cause of the instability. Now the government brought. However, there are a lot of the issue with the anti-defection law, such as the what will be the role of speakers, how much time it should be taken to take the decision for the disqualification. So this also comes under Article 102, that's talk about the disqualification of the members. So please remember all these things. Next important news that we are going to take is the Mulla Periyar Dam. So where is this Mulla Periyar Dam? This is in the Kerala, and the ownership is with the Tamil Nadu. So this is a very crucial case of the agreement before our enforcement of constitution. So many times, like when we study the presidential reference under Article 143, the question comes that there is the two ground on that the presidential reference could be put forward to the Supreme Court. One ground is the public interest, second is the any of the agreement that is before our enforcement of our constitution, Mulla Periyar Dam, and this was on the lease with the Tamil Nadu. This land belonged to the Kerala, and there has been the lease for the 999 years, and this is main dispute of the area. So Kerala say that we will not allow this to be held with the Tamil Nadu. They many times they ask on the ground of different pretensions, such as there is the threat of the population living down to this dam. This dam is not stable. There is the chances of the break, and there could be the breakdown, and there is a lot of chances of the disaster. So here you will see that, however, there has been one of the committee, and that has been formed from the our Supreme Court, and this is the supervisory committee. They have said that the we should repair instead of the going for the tussle between the two states. Okay, so this had directed the Tamil Nadu government and Kerala government, so that if there is any risk associated with the area, so that could be repaired. Next news is about the Manrega. No, this is with respect to the closure of the land port that was done by the India. So you should know that the many of the land port was given free access to the Bangladesh, but due to the change in the governance and the government system and the change in the inclination towards the India, or the change with the behavior with the India, we have changed our support to the Bangladesh. Many of our inland port has been denied the access of the Bangladesh, and that's why we have seen that the many of the companies and the many of the suppliers and the traders are facing the issue. Okay, so here you will see that the neighborhood with shared history, a prior hint from the India was expected. So this is claim from the Bangladesh that we have not informed well them that how we are going to close our access, the access that was given to the Bangladesh, now we are going to close. Here you will see that this shows that the India has been reacting on the one of the statement that was made by the Premier of Bangladesh, and Muhammad, I think, what is his name? Just I forget. Muhammad. Okay, I just forget the name. So he made a statement that he was Nobel Prize winner for his contribution into the Grameen Bank into the Bangladesh. Okay. So he made the comment that even the northeast of the India is the extension of the China, and here many a times they feel that this is the captive market of the India northeastern region, and here India has shows that yes, this is not the free captive market for the Bangladesh. This India can any times change all the ground on this. Okay, so this has been given here. So you can use this under the relationship between the India and Bangladesh. How there has been ups and downs between the relation between the India and Bangladesh. One of the crucial example you can provide this. Next important news: British academic says her OCI, Overseas Citizenship of India registration cancelled to the challenge move in the court. So here you should know what is the OCI. See, this is the special ground that we provide the access for the residents of those who have been the Indian origin. So here you will see that this is the permanent residency, that once this is given, you do not need for the visa, you do not need to take the permission from the police station regularly. You can stay, you can come India anytime, and you can stay for the any longer time. You don't have to go through the different procedures with respect to the reporting to the police. This was brought by the amendment of the 2005 Citizenship Amendment Act, and we have provided to the those who have the eligibility, like those whose ancestors were citizen of India, either it was after 26 January 1950, means when our constitution was proclaimed, and or that they were eligible to become the citizen of India by the 22nd January, and they are the children or grandchildren of the such person, means they belong from those person who were the citizen of India. One thing you should remember, those who belong from the Pakistan and Bangladesh, despite they are going to fulfill all this eligibility, they will be not provided with the OCI card, because there is some of the security ground associated with this. People who have the serve at the Foreign Defense Service, they also are not provided with the OCI. These are the points you should remember. They can ask into the prelims. What are the benefits? Already we have discussed that this is the multi-purpose, multiple entry lifelong visa. You do not need a frequent application for the visa or the frequent procedure to, you have to registration with the local police that you have to inform that where you are going. A special immigration counter at the Indian airport will be provided. Ownership right over the residential and commercial properties you can own, but you cannot own the agricultural land, and you cannot also vote even if you have the overseas citizenship of India card holder. Okay. Beside that, you will have the PAN card, Aadhaar, and DL. You can apply for all these things. So these are provided. Limitation: cannot vote. Voting rights is not provided. Cannot hold government position. You cannot go for the application for the UPSC that you all are preparing. Cannot contest election. Simple. Registration of the agricultural land, farmhouse, and the plantation property you cannot register. No protection of the fundamental right, that is only for the citizens, such as the article 15, 16, 19, 29 and 30. So all where you will be not provided with the protection. 29 and 30, here all this has been given. The top countries who have the OCI card holders, the top is the US, second is the UK, Canada, Australia, UAE. So this is a bit you should remember, because you can easily USA, this is the very common, UK very common, Canada and Australia, we see that the lot of people from the Indian origin, such as from the Punjab, Haryana, they frequently visit and they have the citizens of that country, and that's why they try to keep the OCIs. Some special permission is needed if those OCIs who want for the journalism. As we know the news, this is associated with the journalism, research, missionary work, and the mountaineers. There you need a special permission that I want to enter in this area. You have to get the permission. Portal for overseas citizenship is now revamped. It will be updated, and anyone can access this all application by the ociservice.gov.in, so that we can provide. Main purpose, main goals to provide OCIs is to get more investment from those our diaspora who have been settled down into the different developed countries. Okay, so this is the main aim. Next news, that is talking about the Supreme Court to hear petitions seeking FIR against High Court judge over the cash found in his residence. Already this case, this is in the public domain for very long. Already we have seen that the different committees has been formed. One of the most important that this news article is talking about the previous decision of verdict of the Supreme Court, and this verdict was under the K. V. Swamy versus Union of India case. Under that, it was very clearly mentioned that whenever you have to go for the any criminal case against the judge, you have to take the prior consultation with the Chief Justice. And Chief Justice do by the forming a committee. Already we have seen that the in-house procedure that has been, and even after finding the guilt of that judges or those involved in this, they are given the chance to voluntarily retire or resign. Justice Yaswant Verma is not ready to resign. That's why the further uh, letter has been given to the President and Prime Minister, so that we can start a removal procedure. Already the ground has been found where it has been clear that his involvement was there. The question have been also asked that why the FIR was not registered when there was a lot of proof that the bond sack of the currency was found and it was clandestinely removed from the house. There was the involvement of many officials, so that has been mentioned here. Next news is talking about the Amit Shah launch E0 FIR initiative. What is the E0 FIR? So E0 FIR means you can apply for the FIR, or you can be apply from the anywhere from the India. There is no jurisdiction of the police station. Normally, whenever some crime is happening or crime takes place against you, you will have to go into those police station under that the jurisdiction of your area comes, or the where the crime has occurred that comes under that area. However, now we want to start with the E0, that doesn't matter that where your jurisdiction is, that you can apply it online. And so this has been started with the those financial cyber crime, and there is one of the criteria, even you can call at 1930 helpline and you can register your complaint, but the condition is that the value of the fraud should be more than 10 lakh rupees. So this is the condition where one of the trap is there. So this should be reduced, because 10 lakh, many a times the people suffer by the 50,000, 1 lakh, 2 lakh of the fraud is happening. Okay. So here you can easily go, or you can also go through the cybercrime.gov.in portal, and here you can, your complaint will be converted into the FIR. So this is known as the E0 FIR. 0 FIR means anywhere you can start your complaint that has been started. Now this E0 means by the online. Normal 0 FIR means you can apply. So this should be awareness as well, that you should know that generally even the police station you will go, they will say that the my jurisdiction is not, this place is not under my jurisdiction, you should go with that police station. However, you should inform the police station and the police person that, listen, now we have started with the 0 FIR, and the 0 FIR means you can register your FIR at any police station. There is no need for the go for the those police station, that jurisdiction of that police station comes to the crime where it has been occurred. Now further improvement on the E means electronically you can register your FIR from the anywhere. So this is the E0 FIR. So you should know one thing, 0 FIR, second is the you have to add E means electronically. Here you should know that this I4C, this is commanding the National Cyber Crime Reporting Portal System, and the National Crime Record Bureau, this handle the crime and criminal trafficking network system. So please remember those both platforms. Next news, report reveals delayed wage are a key factor to mismatch between MG Narega coverage delivery. So here you will see that the reporting has been there, that the coverage has increased, the number of household has been increased. You should know what is the Manrega. Manrega is a scheme by the government that provides the job for those who want unskilled job, and this is provided for the 100 days in a year. So please remember, this is to remove, this is in the context of the increasing unemployment, and it was started in 2008-9. Okay, so this was a golden shot from the previous UPA government, and however this provided a lot of employment opportunity. However, we have seen that due to the delay in the payment of the wages, the people are not interested. Despite there has been the increase into the number of household. However, the per day means if I have a household, we have I registered for the Manrega. However, just after 10 days of work, I found that the money I am not getting. What I will have, I will do, I will not ask for the further job. So number of the household increase, but those who are completing 100 day are very less. You will see that these are the less than 10%. Only few of the percentage of the this is completing. And there has been one more issue. There has been the deletion of the 7.8 crore workers were deleted from the schemes as well due to the biometrics need of this, and the peering with your bank account, Aadhaar, and the biometric. That has been created the hurdle. Those who are not that much educated. So here you will see how much people have complete 100 days. This is very less, and it has been provided somewhere. Only 7% of the household received 100 days of the work. This is the thing given here. So please remember. So only 7% of the household. If the 100 household is registering for the Manrega, only 7 out of 100 are going to complete this 100 days. So this is the daring situation that show that the condition is not good. People are not taking Manrega in a proper manner, and one of the most important thing is that the delayed payment, and it has been under the centrally sponsored scheme, and many a times there has been a tussle with respect to the funding from the center to the state. In wake of the crisis, need for the partisanship. Okay, partisanship. So here it is, whenever there is the national interest, we should forget the political ideology or the political association. This is in the context of the now the government has established a delegation of the leaders, and those leaders belonging from the all of the political parties, so that they can go and they can represent India and India's stand with respect to the terrorist attack in the Pahalgam. What was the India's action, why India took the action, why, how precisely we were attacking the different terrorist camp. So this has been the ground, and this has been the main motive. So here we have seen that the many of the opposition parties who are criticizing and are not ready to send many of the members in this delegation. For example, the Congress has initially criticized the acceptance by the Sasi Tharoor that he will be leading a delegation to the US. So there has been such opposition from the other political party, and they are asking that why the government has not consulted with us when they were appointing the members. So these are the things. However, the Sasi Tharoor, this in this article has mentioned that we should not go for the political ideology. Here, the main thing is that how we are going to coordinate with each other and how we are going to make the decision. And this is very much important whenever you are going to fight with the terrorism. So here it needs a decisive and coordinated response, and this should be the aim of the party ideology. And here it has been mentioned that the key area like the counter-terrorism, diplomacy, intelligence reform requires collective decision making and strategic foresight. So here you will see that whenever you have to take on the diplomatic matter or the security matter, all the political parties should have the one foreign policy. And yes, India have the one foreign policy with a slight change. Either this is coming from the government formed by the BJP or the Congress. However, we have a single foreign, only Indian foreign policy. Here you will see that we have seen this in a very deep in form. One of the very good example where the party political leader works above the party leader, it was during the 1994 when the Narasimha Rao sent the opposition. At that time, Atal Bihari Vajpayee was the opposition leader, and he was sent to the Geneva to represent India against the Pakistan's claim on the Kashmir. So it was very much shocking. Many a times in his speech, Atal Bihari Vajpayee himself that it was very much shocking for the Pakistan that how the country is being represented by the opposition leaders. So these were the things that was not common in this era. Before 99, 98, it was common. But however, the politics across the India, across the political party has been changed. Here it has mentioned that how the Vajpayee has many times mentioned this. Here he further write that in a democracy, both sides are expected to believe each other. Only then the democracy will survive. Democracy means respect even to the opposition. You have to respect the opposition political party. You have to accept their whatever the deviation. You have the same goals, but the different path could be there. So here you will see that the both all these political party is equally committed to the national interest, even if their methods of the differ. Okay. Social media now is creating the polarization among the political parties, and many a times the political party try to capitalize on the situation. So even they don't think about the what type of the situation we are facing. So in such a cases, we don't need the populism. We need statesmanship and a leader that those who represent their countries by going above the party line. So that is the main thing that has been discussed. Next news is talking about the old and unsafe Hyderabad fire. So here there has been the fire in Hyderabad. Near about 17 people have been dead till now, and in this 8 are the children. We have seen that the many of the drawback safety norms has not been followed. One of that is the stairs, single stairs, and this is not the multiple options to coming out or entering the building. This is the things. Okay, so here you will see such type of the thing coming due to the some of the bypassing of the safety rules and regulations. Next important news is talking about the getting the micro picture at the panchayati level. So here mainly it is discussing that the we are talking about the survey that is based on the caste, and now we are about to go for the caste census data. Census data has been delayed from the 2021 to till now. We have not gone through this. Now this is 2025. Maybe it could held in 2026 or 2027. So here it is talking about the in the absence of the such data, it is very difficult to take the decision making at the ground level, particularly at the Nagar Panchayat level and this Nagar Panchayat level as well as the Panchayati Raj institutions such as the Gram Sabha level. So here we need a proper census and that can create the a mega picture of the situation in the countries. Here it is talking about the Panchayati Advancement Index, and this baseline report was officially released in 2025 Ministry of the Panchayati Raj. So please remember that who released this Panchayati Advancement Index. Many times they can give this could be the released by the Niti Aayog. So the answer will be this is the Ministry of the Panchayat Raj. So be very much clear about this. So here different data has been given that how the different data has been missing, and that's why the decision making has not been that much effective. So these are the things that has been discussed. Next news again, this is from the professor that has been arrested from the Soka University, and this case has been into the Supreme Court that how the many times government suppress their criticism on the name of the anti-national activities or the in the name of the sedition. So this always comes into the conflict of the fundamental right under Article 19, one clause, subclause A. So please remember this. Understanding India's relationship with the Turkey and Azerbaijan, we have seen that the recent under the Operation Sindoor, there was open support from the Turkey and Azerbaijan to the Pakistan. So this is mainly based on the trade deal. This relationship is started in 1990s when the Turkey started selling the defense weapons and the defense equipment to the Pakistan. And beside that, we have seen that the Azerbaijan has been the backed by the Pakistan during the its dispute with the Armenia. So there has been the Armenia populated enclave, and here there was the capturing by the Azerbaijan, and in that Turkey and the Pakistan supported. So this is the quid pro quo. So Turkey, Pakistan, and this Azerbaijan, they all support each other. This is based on the how they are trading with each other. India and Turkey or India and Azerbaijan, as per the simply no official armed trade. So wherever they will have the convergence, they will have the interest, and that's why the support system come from the these this trade deal of the defense weapons. Now, this news is talking about the ongoing oil price tension. So here you will see that recently the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries Plus, they have decided to increase their production. So these are the cartel. This OPEC, please remember this OPEC, this is the cartel group. They have the interest to prevent the price fall of their petroleum product. Mainly this is the crude oil and different other hydrocarbons. So they are the mainly West Asian countries as well as many of the producer countries such as the Venezuela are the a part of the OPEC. So Organization for the Petroleum Exporting Countries, and they are totally based on the commercial ground. So we have seen that recently the third time they have increased their capacity to increase the product. Okay. So this will have the repercussion across the world, and now this will have a good impact. There will be the fall on the price of petroleum products. Okay, so for India it is good because India is the importing a nation. Beside that, it shows that there has been some of the conflicting situation in this cartel group as well, because generally they always try to curb the production so that they can maintain a level of the quantity that is entering into the market. Okay. Next important news we are going to take is from the GS paper 3. It has been given that the elephant kills 3 villages, and this is in the Madhya Pradesh. Here it is given the important tiger reserve, Bandhavgarh tiger reserve. You should know that the largest number of the tiger reserve into the Madhya Pradesh already we have seen, and the Sanjay Dubri National Park. This is also the tiger reserve. So two names you should remember. So these are this can be asked that these Bandhavgarh Tiger Reserve and the Sanjay Dubri National Park or the Tiger Reserve situated in which state? So it is the Madhya Pradesh. So please remember. Next news that we are going to take is the army removes video clips showing the Pakistan Shaheen ballistic missile. So this Shaheen ballistic missile is capable of taking the nuclear weapon. So this was yesterday we have seen that the government, our army has accepted that yes, we have released one of the video, but this was by mistake. We just wanted to release it on the ground of this video was taken down in the morning, and the army so sad that the images were used for the representation only. This was not the real. We have just wanted to make it clarity, make it explain the something that when there will be the attack from the Shaheen missile of the Pakistan, how it will be. So you see that this video became very viral. It was in the night when the army released by the mistake. In the morning, all the media they started saying that yes, how the India, how the Pakistan tried to attack by the nuclear missile and how India has neutralized it. Okay, that all the system we have, but the way media take without taking the verification from the army whether this news is correct or not, they start running and that video become viral. So again, the army have to take again this stand back and video has been deleted. So you should remember that this Shaheen and Fateh missile, this is the ballistic missiles and they can attack or they can carry this nuclear weapon. Besides that, Pakistan military has acknowledged the employment of the long-range Fateh series missile and F1, F2. These are from the Fateh series missile. So whenever the question comes that the Shaheen or the Fateh belong from the Pakistan, don't confuse with the Iran. Many times they can ask that this belong from the Iran as well. However, here it is mentioned that the India has taken its ground that we have taken this Operation Sindoor in a very precise manner. We have not tried to target the civilian area. Besides that, this Operation Sindoor has showed that yes, how the military groupings like the Air Force, Army and Naval Forces had coordinated with each other in a very smooth manner. Even the Indian Air Force and the BSF, they have a very excellent and efficient coordination. This has shown that the improvement in India's operational capability with respect to the any of the war condition or the battle condition, we can excel. Okay. Previously, we have seen that the such type of the coordination was missing even in the Kargil war, and before each war when we fought, there was the lack of the coordination. Now we are started with a joint chief, and this chief of the defense staff, this post has increased the coordination capability of the army. Next important news is talking about the minimal model capture neurons flow of the opinions exotic matter. So what are the neurons? These are the networks or the neural networks. They send the signal, neural signals, so that here you will see that so that the information or the sensitivity can be perceived from the one organs to the other organs. Okay. So here you will see that this is being discussed in the context of a recent Nobel Prize that was given for the discovery of the microRNA. This microRNA regulates the genes and allows certain physiological process in the organism, including humans, for the functional property. So for this, Ambrose and Ruokun, Ruokun has been given the Nobel Prize in the medicine. So please remember this. And this one of the theory, this model that's talk about the Ising model provides a simple way to solve problem involving system where the different types of the unit interact with the each other. For example, if there is the gases filled in this room, and if we create the pressure, so how there will be the each particle will have the increase in energy or the decrease in energy, because even this system has the different other parts that have to work together. For example, even in the this two pair of the gases have their polarity. They themselves act as the magnet with the polarity. So such type of the thing has been there has been the solution that has been offered by the Ising model. Okay. You don't need to go into the that detail. You have to know that this Nobel Prize or that has been given on the microRNA, what is its function. This regulates the genes and also allow the certain physiological process. So these are the things you have to remember. Next important news that is talking about the obesity, and this obesity has been a cause of concern not only into the aged people, but now we have seen that the even the youth have been facing with the this obesity, and this obesity is mainly dependent upon the eating habit, that healthy eating plates playground we are not doing the physical activities, and also the policy action of the government how government is going to provide the different whatever we are providing under the midday meals and other such schemes such as the portion scheme. So that should be the not only for the food security but also for the nutrient security, and only then we can deal with the obesity. What is the obesity? The fat, trans fat in your body, and this is mainly associated with the negative impact on your body. This result into the health disease such as the diabetes and other such cancer. Even it can lead to the hypertension and the heart attacks. So these are the commons. You will see that the uh, many initiatives such as the Let's Fix Out the Food Consortium, it was built up in the association with the ICMR, National Institute of Nutrition, PHFI, and the UNICEF India. These are the bodies, and they try to bring the let's fix our food. Okay. So here mainly this is that how we can improve our individual health, and this depend upon the how the government is also going to provide the policy mechanism. Here you will see that the India is experiencing nutrition paradox, that already we have the some of the population section is facing the unavailability of the food, hunger. So they have the other type of the nutrition, they have the other type of the issue. Means some of the people don't have the food to eat. But at the same time, we have a large section of the population who are overeating more than needed. So we need to balance between this paradox, and for that we need to word obesity atlas so that we can recognize that what section of the population they are overeating and what section of the population they are the under eating or not, they don't have the sufficient to eat. We have to balance, and the both issues creating undernutrition problem. Okay. Last news that we are going to take is the working of atomizer and its myriad application. So any one of you have used the atomizer? What is the atomizer? You must have seen all of you must have used the perfume deodorant, and whenever you press the deodorant, there is the this smoke that is coming out of that. Okay. So here you will see that what is the main work of the atomizer? See, atomizer convert the liquid into the fine mist on the demand. So why we do that? Because it is very easy to carry or the store the liquid form of the material. But whenever we have to use it will be efficient and more effective when it will be in the atomized form, or it could be the scattered form, or it could be in the gaseous form. So what we use to convert all this? Here it is given that the liquid are easy to store and the spray are easy to sprayed. So that's why due to the effectiveness of the storage and the use, we are converting this liquid into the air. Okay, so here you will see that the Whenever we are going to spray it, one is that the convert this droplet and dispose in the gaseous form. Okay. However, it's depend upon the what type of the spray you needed, whether the area should be large or it should be the very focus area. So they are used into the fuel injection, steel manufacturing, garden irrigation, and the fire control. You must have been used uh, this atomizer whenever you are giving you are watering the plants. So here again you have to use the physics, and in the physics scattering of the light is used to know what is the size of the drop, and the if it's depend upon the if the size is small, there will be the greater the angle. So this is decided by this method. We decide the size of the spray. Okay. Here different use is given and how we convert, कैसे काम करता है. Here you will see that the simply it based on the liquid flow through a wide channel and it suddenly falls into the narrow channel. So here it will be the very high pressure on the drops, and that will break into the small drops, and this will result into the gases. Okay, so here you will see that either the form of the liquid will be very small in the atom form, or it will be in the form of the gases. So where we use in this atomizer, you will see that they are used in the different area. Here it is given that the nozzle sprayers to deliver the drug to the lungs, pain relief spray for the aching muscles, antiseptic spray for the wounds, disinfect spray to the air and the surface in the hospital. These are the used in the hospital. You will say that even in the house we use this cooking oil spray. We are using nowadays mirror cleaner again, and hair fragrance and the perfume. All there we use the atomizer. So you should know where how the atomizer works. Atomizers works by the suddenly we decrease the tunnel, by that it passes and it increase very high pressure, and that's convert this liquid into the gases or the very small part of the liquid itself. So these are the things. So we have covered all the area that is relevant from the today's news. Here we will conclude our session. Thank you for joining the session. All the best. For the Hindi medium, you can join our evening classes at 4 p.m. Thank you.